But yeah, once I get through this part, I'll have at least probably 2 level ups. So that's good. Also, the backstab is the most satisfying thing in the game other than parrying. But I suck at parrying, so I'm not even gonna try. Oh, I still got it. Damn. Okay, so some tips with the knight, because that's really the only class I've ever played through. You have really low stamina, so you can only swing about 3 times in the beginning, I believe, and then you'll run out of stamina. So swing twice and then roll is usually what I recommend when you're fighting people. Oh, okay, so you got 4 swings or so. I almost missed that jump again, and I'm really mad. Alright, so I'm about halfway through the tutorial. Like I said, you can read those little tombstone thingies, and they'll give you tips. But I've already been through this, so I don't really need to. I still got hit there, like kind of sucks. And here's a cracked red eye orb. I don't actually plan on doing PvP because I really suck at PvP. I'm decent at PvM, I guess, to an extent. But PvP, I'll just die over and over and over, so I don't really care. Oh, I should have kicked that ladder down. Oh well. I'll do that later when I need to. Because later on you'll get stuff that you can trade with them. I'm not really worried about it. I don't really care what they have. That's still a hit. Alright, falling down here really sucks because you're going to take a lot of damage, and then there's an archer. So, right after you do that, drop down, attack, hug this wall. Well, never mind, you still get hit, so it doesn't really matter. But you're going to have to use a life gem, even if you don't want to. Let's see, where am I? Okay, so I'm right next to the river trolls. This guy will never be facing the opposite way. He'll always be facing where you come out, so you can't backstab him, in case you get annoyed by that. Going through here is pretty much useless once you pass it. Once you get to the first area in the game, there's no reason to go through here, to be honest. You only get 30 souls, while the other ones will give you 90 at the beginning. But, yeah. Alright, through here, we're going to the first hub world. Or, not the first hub world, but we're going to the main hub, basically. This is where a majority of the NPCs will end up after exhausting their dialogue. So, it's also really pretty. Alright, right down here, I believe. Nope, not right there. Alright, there's an item right there, which you'll notice from just running over here. Over there, right there through that doorway, that little cave. Nothing really too important. It leads you to... Oh, well, there's an item over there, so I'm going to go over there now. But, I don't remember what item this is. I don't know if it's worth it getting it now or not. If it is, I'd be surprised. But go over here. You have an NPC talking to him. If you exhaust his dialogue, nothing really happens. He's kind of useless. He'll tell you that that statue right there, if you see it, looks lifelike, because that actually is a person who is frozen in a statue. But you need something to... You need an item that you'll get later on There are enemies in here. Right now, I don't know if fighting them is worth it. They're kind of weak. Yeah, they're kind of weak, and they give life gems. So you can go through here if you really want to. It's not really too important, and it's not really too hard. But if you do get hit by them, they'll poison you, so it's not really that fun. Yeah, it's not really a good area to be. Anyways, there's an item... Wait. Oh, I already got it. Talk to him.
Business with me. The way under's all blocked up, you see, by this god-awful statue. Heavens above. Who thought it a good idea to put it there? Oof, I'm in quite the pickle now. See that statue? Gives me the willies. Stare at it for long enough, it starts to look alive.
Ow.
It just doesn't seem quite right. There are no craftsmen around these parts. Hey, you don't think a real-life person was turned to stone, do you?
Spoiler alert, that's a real-life person. Also, when I first started playing this game, I stared at this statue for 10 minutes, and it did absolutely nothing. So his little tip of stare at it long enough and it looks like it turns to real life. I fell for that, and I stared at it for 10 minutes because I'm an idiot. But yeah, it doesn't do anything. You need an item to transfer it back to a person. So don't even bother unless you really want the Lloyd's Talisman, which is shit. Like, there's no reason to actually bother with these, to be honest, unless you're doing PvP, I guess. Other than that, yeah, there's no reason to go over there. I think I got like 2 life gems, which is okay, I guess. But yeah. Alright, when you go to Majula, the bonfire's right here, and then this chick.
Are you the next monarch? Or merely a pawn of fate? Bearer of the curse, I will remain by your side till this frail hope shatters. Take this with you. May it ease your journey.
Okay, so as I was saying, this chick will give you an Estus,
and see the king. He who made Dranglake what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrick.
Alright, yeah, right there. You may level up by the power of the Emerald Herald. Obviously, this chick is the Emerald Herald. You have to talk to her 3 times, I believe, to be able to level up. So I'm gonna do that right after consuming these souls. Since I don't plan on dying, I'm going to use this human effigy, because the more you die, the becoming hollow reduces your max health. So it really sucks if you just die constantly. I do not recommend using your effigies until you're about half health total reduction, because like there's no point in doing that if you're just gonna die not too long after. Unless you want to do co-op really bad. So there's that.
Bearer of the curse, seek misery. For misery will lead you to greater, stronger souls. You will never meet the king with a soul so frail and pallid. Seek those whose names are unutterable. The 4 endowed with immense souls. Their souls will serve as beacons. Once you have found them, return here to me, so that hope will not fade away. Bearer of the curse, seek larger, more powerful souls. Seek the king. That is the only way. Lest this land swallow you whole, as it has so many others.
This chick does not ever once make eye contact with you. Just to mention that. But yeah, I've exhausted her dialogue options, so she'll not say anything different until until you collect the 4 souls of the 4 main bosses. So, like I said, when you start, like I said, I started night class as you saw. And when I first started, I just dumped everything into strength, but I do not recommend that at the beginning. To be honest, I recommend getting your dexterity up first. Strength is not too important. Dexterity in the next area is actually important because the more stuff you get, or the stuff you get from there will mostly rely on dexterity, like weapons and stuff. You only really need 20 dexterity, to be honest. So there's that. There's some items here. This guy, you need to talk to him, and he'll ask you to open his shop right here. And then there's a chest. I don't know if you can see it through the window. Yeah, right there. Yep, right there. There's a chest, and he'll also give you an item sometime later.
Who are you? Oh, it doesn't matter. Just help me open this door. I packed my tools in here, seeing it was vacant. But now somebody's gone and locked the door. I'm a blacksmith. I'm nothing without my tools. Bring me that key. Chop chop.
Alright. I exhausted his dialogue options, and he's an asshole. Throughout the whole game, he'll be an asshole, so you can't really do anything about that. But, yeah, right after... I recommend talking to every NPC in this village. Up here, there's a covenant that you can enter. But I do not recommend entering it through your first playthrough because it will make every enemy harder and it will disable co-op options. To be honest, I'm going to use it at the beginning. Alright, I am now a part of the Covenant of Champions. I do not recommend going through or using this your first playthrough because it'll make the game harder and it'll disable co-op, like I have said. But since this is my this is my this is my third playthrough, so I'm going to do that. Over here is the armor smith.
Hello there. Welcome to my shop. I'm Morlin, and I sell armor. Oh, sorry, Please do have a look at my wares. I could really use the business. If you'd be so kind.
I hate this guy. He just stammers, and I fucking hate when people do that. But as a knight, he already sells the set that you have. The falconer, boots, gloves, and armor. It's really, really good. To be honest, you won't find an armor until the second area that's better, in my opinion. Spending 16,000 souls at this guy will unlock boss armor.
I do hope I see you again.
So as you kill the boss, you'll get their armor, which you can purchase from him. Up here on the ladder, there is a Titanite shard on the first playthrough. Yep. Which is useful in upgrading your weapons. Oh, you can't roll off this edge. That's kind of gay. I don't like that. Let's see, is there anything else? Yeah, that well right there. Alright, so if you come over here and attack this well, attack that rock, and then a body comes out. Pick up the item. It's an Estus Flask shard. So right off the boot, you get 2 Estus Flasks, which is awesome. Alright, so these guys, basically, I guess there's supposed to be 3 levels because 3 little pigs. But they're not really worth it, ever. It's just, it's like, oh, I killed them, awesome. Some people actually do die to them at the very beginning. But really, the fight's so basic, all you do is this. Attack, roll. Attack, roll. They give, like, 10 souls to each problem. I don't remember. But this is just the fight. This is really the fight. Very interesting. But they have this little, like, I guess you would call it an uppercut. Oh, nice, I have 18 life gems. I actually don't remember where I got them for these life gems. Okay. So, one of the swings we're bound to miss against these guys, which is annoying. But yeah, okay, so that's 20 souls I guess? Yeah, okay, it looks like they get 20 souls. Not worth killing, to be honest. You're wasting time and life gems if you decide to use your life gems. But, let's see, the first thing I recommend, you don't have to bother going up there. As you can see, there's an NPC right there, to the left of the monument. Not really worth talking to until later if you want to join the Covenant. I don't care about Covenants. The only Covenant I care about